Hello everybody, I'm the Happy Cabby, and today we're going to be responding to Brett Keane. Now, I'm going to be using portions of Brett Keane's video in this particular one. The reason is because in the past when I have posted responses to Brett Keane's video, he's gone ahead and deleted those things. So to ensure that his side of the argument is heard, I'm going to be using clips from his video, but nevertheless, while it's still up, the entire thing is down over there, so therefore you can ensure that I'm not taking them out of context or anything like that. But anyway, there are a total of 11 points in his video that I'm going to be addressing. I'm going to be playing his point and then my response, and then boom, there we go. So let's go ahead and begin, shall we?
He wants all the members of the Corky Forum to come into his live hangout where they can all discuss Nick Bravo, who Happy Cabby just so happens to hate. How do we know this? Because he has repeatedly claimed that Nick has done horrible things to him. He's got several videos up like that.
Okay, point number one. That apparently I have been claiming that Corky has been doing all of these horrible things to me. And he's saying this, giving the impression that as if these things are not true. Now, first of all, I've only done 30 seconds worth of research. That's all the research that I needed to do. Simply because all of this stuff is publicly available. In other words, if you want to debunk any of this stuff, all you have to do is just go through my stuff. It's on the internet. So there's nothing in here that I have to go digging for evidence because it's all publicly available. And this is one of the problems, Brett. When you make these type of claims, you know, they're so easy to disprove because you make the assumption that your audience is not going to check up on these facts. There's a video out there called Defending Myself Against Accusations. It's 2 years old, but boy, it is still relevant. Okay, we're talking about a person who has not only dropped my docs. That's the reason why he's been suspended over and over and over and over and over and over again, because he keeps on doing it. But the other thing is he's made threats not only towards me but towards other people as well. He has also harassed other people's children. For example, Sherry226.
Hey guys, I got another message from Galveston Girl 1995. It's so early in the morning, I don't want to deal with this BS, but it's funny as hell, and, you know, I've already read it once, and I thought you might get a kick out of it, because apparently she wants a piece of this, a piece of all this.
Almost entire collection of Nick Bravo's videos making money off of Nick's work.
Okay, point number two, that I am making money off of Corky's work. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This is one of the claims that Corky has made over the past couple of years, that his trolls have re-uploaded his content, they're making money off of it, yet anytime he has ever been asked to provide any sort of proof to this, he can't. Because these channels that re-upload his content, not a single one of them has ever monetized his content. They haven't done so. So this is something that is completely not true. Now, the content that I have monetized is what's called fair use, where I'm taking somebody's video and using it as clips in my video, just like I'm doing here, just like you have done several times on your videos, which you've monetized. So it's called fair use, and if you remember the case of it was a 2 Live Crew and Pretty Woman, I'll leave a link to that court case down below. They said monetizing content is not a violation of copyright. It's not a violation of the fair use principle. So anyway, there you go.
I notice that on all of your videos that you've ever done about me, you never mention that I've got you a new webcam.
So let's go ahead and answer this right now. Currently what I'm using is a Logitech HD Webcam 9000 Pro. In Skype conversations, you said you had a problem hearing me with this camera. The difference between this web camera and the one that you sent me, I will now show you the difference.
that I have actually sat there and said that I would like to help you whenever you were e-begging. You never mention any of the times where my wife and I talked to you whenever you were depressed or you were in pain or you felt alone or needed a friend to talk to.
Oh, I love you, Brett. I love you. I love you. I love you. This is one of the funniest. I tell you what, when I saw this, I said, "There's no way. There's no way he said this with a straight face on one take. He had to do this several times because it is so easy to disprove. You'll notice that you never said, it's like, well, go through his content and you'll see that he's never acknowledged any of the things that he's done for me." It's so easy. It is so easy. You can go through my videos, you can go through my blog, but nevertheless, just to save people the effort of spending 30 seconds worth of research, I'll be posting links down below.
And I find it unbelievable that out of all the year and a half or two that we've been talking together, you never mention one single goddamn positive thing that my wife and I has ever done for you. You don't mention the fact that you have sat there and you've actually heard our kids in the background and talking to you, and that we all tried to... We were having a pretty good time for a while there. But you don't mention...
Okay, once again, you had to say it this way. You couldn't say, it's like, go through his content and you'll see that this is true. You'll notice you didn't say that. And the reason why you didn't say that is because you have to know that this is false. You have to know that this is false. You know, over the year and a half that we've been friends, I've never stated anything positive about you. Really? Really? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It is just so easy to disprove, so easy to disprove. It'll be all down below.
Also, don't mention that I helped you give advice to people on the technical support forums.
All too easy.
You don't mention that I helped you with your banners as well as your blog. Yeah, I've created all your graphic design work. I did all this stuff for you. I took time out of my life to do that for you. And you never once gave me credit for any of the damn things I did for you. The only thing you do say is, I tried to help out Brett Keane. I tried to help him out with his reputation because he's such a piece of garbage on the internet. And look what he did. He stung me. Really? Happy Cabby, I literally did much more for you than you ever did for me.
Sometimes, Brett, I'm convinced that you actually believe your own bullwinkle. There are some times that I actually think this.
Okay, so you made me a banner. I made you a channel. I got it partnered through a network to where therefore you can make money. The money went into your PayPal. It didn't even go through me. I managed the account to where you didn't have to worry about getting flagged down or anything like that. For 10 months, I managed your account exclusively, and it was only after you threw a tantrum that you demanded I hand the channel over to you, and then sure enough, you started, as soon as I handed the account over to you, you started all this drama bullwinkle stuff and got your account shut down. 10 months. When's the last time you had an account for 10 months? It's been a very long time since you had an account that long. And then, as soon as you lost that account, you had another account, you lost that one, now you're on this one. Who knows how long this one's going to last. But the thing is, you made me a banner, which I've now removed, but I made you a channel. And furthermore, I promoted your content. I took it on the chin many times. I attracted so many haters because of my friendship with you, and I defended you, I promoted you for a year and a half. So yes, I've done a lot of stuff for you too, Brett, but thanks for the banner.
I've never acknowledged that the times that we've talked on Skype or the times that I've talked with his wife, despite the fact that there was a video of me talking to your wife, which you favorited, by the way. I'll leave a link to that that proof. You can say now that that you hate the video, but at the time you actually liked the video and helped promote it. So you can change your tune, I guess, but the facts are the facts are. But nevertheless, it's like, yes, I've not only done this on video, but I've publicly acknowledged.
Why are you pretending as though you don't know who the people are on that forum? You and Sherry226, as well as that Christian fairy tale guy, you folks are the ones who actually put that together with Dialectic Chaos and some of their other buddies. You know this, and I know this because you told me this on Skype.
Warning, warning, bullshit alert!
Okay. Point number 7. I, along with Sherry226, Christian Fairytale, and Dialect Chaos, created the Corky Forum. Okay. No. The person who created the Corky Forum is All My Mirrors. And All My Mirrors is the person who runs that forum. Now, furthermore, you've made, it's just like, well, look at these, he's made 8 posts on the Corky Forum. 8 frickin' posts on the Corky Forum. It's like, yes, I have made 8 posts. But you'll never, ever hear you say, go look at the 8 posts. Well, actually, it's 9 posts now, because my most recent post is where I was inviting them to have a discussion with me. A discussion, by the way, which they have turned down. I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, let's see here. The most recent one, other than the invitation to the discussion, was one titled Playing by the Rules, and this is where I'm basically trying to convince the Corky Forum the members of the Corky Forum to do the right thing, not try to interfere with his life or anything like that. Just if you want to have fun and, like poke fun or do whatever, or you just want to, but do so within ethical lines, okay? That's something that you guys should be doing. You guys should not be, trying to destroy his life or anything like that. Such as if, I'll give you a classic example. There were people who found out what movie he was working on. Why? Because he announced it on frickin' Facebook like an idiot. And so then it's like, oh, well, let's go contact, the movie directors and stuff like that. That was one of the things that I thought that was, kind of wrong. So anyway, the next one here. Somebody made the suggestion that there be a happy cabby emoji. And I heard about that, and I went on there and said, yeah, if you want to make an emoji, go ahead and make an emoji, And I even gave them a few suggestions of what my emoji should be. Okay, another one is titled, this here one titled Apology to Peace in Christ Alone and Happy Cabby is Mean. And essentially, according to this thing, basically what it is me commenting on the fact that despite the fact that he's got all this money now, more money that he knows what to do with, he's still focused and fixated on me. So, and you'll notice that every single thing that I've done is a response. It is a response to him on all my videos. So, and let's go ahead and just click on it right over here. And yep, there I am. Sad but true, he has all the money in the world, but is still focused on what happened 5 years ago. Hopefully one day he can find happiness someday. That's what I said. Isn't that mean of me to say something like that? So anyway, there are 2 posts on here from 2 different people wanting to get updates on the Encyclopedia Dramatica article, which of course there's an Encyclopedia Dramatica page on me. Everybody should go check it out because it's just hilarious as Smurf. But nevertheless, you can read those two posts, and they'll say, it's like, you'll hear me say, it's like, yeah, well, that people were wanting to know what happened and this, that, and that, and according to my best memory, I said that. But then I also stated that you guys should not be posting his personal information. I actually removed the license plate from his Encyclopedia Dramatica article. Okay, somebody had found out what his license plate was because, like an idiot, he showed it on one of his videos, and I went over there and I removed it. Okay, and then that's the reason why it's not there anymore, because I went onto Encyclopedia Dramatica and I removed his personal information from that website. My information's all over that website, but his isn't, because I saw to it that it wasn't. So anyway, let's see. There's a funny little picture that a friend of mine made up, and you know, the Corky forum, they have a little section on there, and it's like where you can post funny pictures of Corky, so I posted one over there. So that's another one right there. And this one here is titled Happy Canby Video 598. And which you can hear me say, well, he wanted to know what my opinion was of his car because he made a video wanting to know my opinion. So I gave him one, and I linked to my blogspot. You know, and then you can hear me say here, completely glossing over the point that I called out one of his trolls for posting death threats and then misrepresenting my blog as being obsessed with his car. My blog simply states that the money he spent on the car should have been used towards fixing up his RV and becoming financially independent, which is something that I said. You know, it's like and for those of you who don't remember, he bought the brand new Corvette before he even had a house. He had the freaking Corvette like a week, almost a week before he had the house. And then, you know, once he was driving around, it's like, hey, I need to start finding a place to live and stuff like that. And he didn't spend any of the money fixing up that RV because, you know, no matter how much money he got, it was only a finite amount. And eventually he's going to go through it. And I would have spent a couple of $1,000s fixing up that RV, getting the plumbing working, getting, you know, all the mold out of it and stuff like that, making it a nice backup plan to where in case if he ever needed to, he could go back and living into it again, and it would be a decent place for him to live. That's what I was saying. But anyway, of course, it's completely wrong for me to make kind of posts like these, I guess. So anyway, there was one video that I needed, and I said, well, maybe somebody here on the Corky forum might have it. And this is, again, a response to something that he says to me, because what I said is like, here's a person who spent all this money on this car, and he hasn't even secured his own housing yet. And I made reference to the fact that, you know, he's been evicted a couple of times, to which he says, his response was, it's like, well, I've never been evicted, despite the fact that, you know, he actually posted videos of himself going through the eviction process. So I went up there and said, hey, there's a video I'm looking for, this is what date it's on, you know, can somebody find it for me? And, you know, sure enough, somebody found it for me. So there you go. But you can definitely see that I'm in here trying to do the best that I can to convince some of the trolls on here, you know, to regard the ethical lines of internet debate. And that's one thing that I have done. You never say, go look at the posts that I've made. You never say that. You just say, I've made a post. And assuming that people will not actually check out the posts that I've made. But let's take a look at this thing. Okay. Let's go down internet history a little bit, because I'm surprised that, you know, somebody hasn't called you out on this hypocrisy before. Do you remember the website called Coughlin616.com, which was run by Gorilla199? Back when you and I were first starting to interact, and in fact, it's titled, this is, I think, my second video towards you, it's called Another Question to Brett Keane. And this thing was posted on April 26, 2012. And basically, I wanted to know why you were a member of a website whose sole purpose was to dock drop, harass, and slander another user. Now granted, this is a user that you don't like, but nevertheless, you cannot deny the nature of this website. And it was almost like a month until you finally told me, it's like, yep, you've seen the light and you're going to begin removing some of your content from the website, and then all of a sudden Gorilla199 locked you out of the website and you couldn't remove any more of your content. So that's basically what happened. But nevertheless, I was calling you out on your actions for being a part of this website. Now, you stated previously that, it's like, well, you just wanted to have a place where you could upload videos and not have to worry about being flagging. But yet, why this website? When you, as soon as you go to the front page, you automatically know the nature of this website. Now, this website is completely different than what the Corky forum is in several ways. Number one, you can't upload videos to this forum. That's one thing. You can embed videos, but they have to be either on Vimeo, YouTube, or one of these other video sharing sites. The other thing is doc dropping is not allowed. It isn't. And it's not just my docs. They will actually, the moderator, All My Mirrors, enforces this rule like an iron fist. He will not allow anybody's docs to be posted. Whether it's mine, whether it's Corky's, whether it's anybody's. They will not allow personal information to be uploaded on this website. You don't believe me? Go onto this website right here, create an account, and just start posting some docs, and you'll find your posts removed, and if you keep it up, you'll eventually be banned.
Now, you're trying to work things out, and you're trying to be the good guy who's coming in to save Nick Bravo now. Bullshit, man.
My goal in offering the debate was to save Corky. No, it wasn't. Like I just got through explaining, no, my intention for the discussion was to have a civil discussion with the members of the Corky forum, as opposed to your style.
And you know how I know that? Because you told me on Skype that you knew these people. You told me that you were friends with them.
I am friends with everyone on the Corky forum. Really? Really? Read what they say about me on the Corky forum. The people on the Corky forum do not like me. There might be one or two that likes me, but on the whole, the majority of them hate my guts.
In fact, I was in a live hangout with you, and you actually introduced me to one of them, Sherry226, one of the main progenitors and attackers of Nick Bravo. You knew this, and she actually admitted to me that she sends you pictures of her feet every once in a while.
Warning, warning, bullshit alert!
Point number 10. I'm going to have to quote Megatron on this.
You are either lying or you're stupid.
So, Sherry226 is one of the main attackers on the forum. Okay, so you have a person who is upset that somebody has made sexual remarks about her daughters, somebody who went on Blog TV and dropped what he thought was her docs, to which he was stupid enough to record on Blog TV. And basically what he did is he wound up dropping somebody else's docs. However, he thought at the time that was actually Sherry's docs. And he recorded this on Blog TV.
you just trying to stir drama up again and start drama? Because if you really wanted to help him, you'd simply remove those goddamn videos that you've been making money off that aren't even yours.
11. I don't care what happens about Corky. Again, this is something that is easily disproven on public. Let's review, shall we? Despite the things that he has done for me, I have attempted to raise money for him a few times. I have also invited him to live with me, and the only reason why he did not accept is because I insisted on sending him a bus ticket as opposed to cash. And the reason why I didn't want to send him cash, because I knew he'd spend it and blow it. Okay. However, you can read the conversations that he and I had. He was more than willing to live with me again when he was losing his place, going through eviction. And furthermore, I made it clear many times in the Corky forum and elsewhere on my blogs and stuff like that, even in Skype conversations that you and I have had, and in fact, even recently, up until last week, where I basically said, it's like, hey, next time you talk to Corky, give him this piece of advice, you know, so therefore, yeah, he can help himself, and I'll be screenshotting that. I'll post it to the TwitPic, but you can have that in the description. But nevertheless, you know this is false. Your audience knows this is false. So I don't know who in the world you think you're kidding. But nevertheless, I've made it clear several times that I actually do care what happens to Corky. When he came into a whole bunch of money, my response was, I'm happy for him. Because then that meant that he was no longer going to be homeless. I was dismayed when I saw the waste that he did with that money, such as buying that brand new car, such as going to these expensive seminars and stuff like that. You know, just going through that money like a drunken sailor, because I said he's going to run out of money eventually. You know, and eventually he will run out of that money, and then what's he going to do? Because that money is no matter how large it is, and it's obviously a very large amount, because he's been going through it, you know, a lot each and every month. But nevertheless, you know, it is a finite amount. And I'd given him advice on how to, for example, like when his RV was broken down and he wanted to know how to fix it, he posted that on the video. I actually wrote up a blog and said, here's how you can fix your RV. And I did all the research for him and stuff like that. Everything that he needed to know, I did that for him. And that's another blog that you can link to. Really? The gardeners, you just wait till I'm doing videos, don't you? We got leaf blowers in the background, so we gotta cut it short. But needless to say, each and every single point that Brett has made can be refuted by simply going through my content. And it only took me 30 seconds to put all this stuff together. Everything that I needed to refute every single point that you made, Brett, I was able to do in 30 seconds. Now, I'm going to issue you a challenge. There's going to be two challenges. One, in a recent hangout of yours, somebody else challenged you this. I don't remember their name, but I think it's worth noting. I want to see if you can go 1 week without starting up some kind of fight or bullshit drama with somebody else on the internet. See if you can go 1 week. For example, today, right now, it is Tuesday, August the 6th. So let's see if you can go until next Tuesday without starting any kind of fight or anything like that with somebody else. You say many times that you just want to have, you know, your little hangouts and you just want to have fun on the internet, and you don't understand why everybody, you know, seems to hate you. Okay. Well, one of the reasons is because you're constantly starting up bullshit with other people. So let's see if you can cut that out for 1 week. Go 1 week without starting up some kind of bullshit fight with somebody else. That's a challenge. The other thing is I'm going to take you up on a suggestion that you issued to both Sherry and Christian Fairy Tale in the hangout that you had with them. And that is to see if you, because you said it's like, can you solemnly swear that you will leave him alone and walk away and stuff like that? Okay, Brett, you've made it perfectly clear. You no longer wish to be friends with me. Okay, I've decided it's like, well, you know, I'm done trying to be your friend because you made it clear you don't want to be my friend. So the friendship is over. So let's try your approach. You go your way, and I go my way. You focus on, you know, the friends that you have now, and hopefully you don't burn them like you've burned so many other friends that you've had in the year and a half that I've known you. And I'll go my way. And you go have fun doing with whatever you're doing, and I'll have fun doing whatever I'm doing. So, are you willing to take your own advice on that, Brett? Anyway, you have a good day.
Have a good football.